how are we doing at the national level? At the national level, we have the Gay and Lesbian Coalition of Kenya. That is the big deal. And guess who funds it? George Soros. Open Society is one of the partners of the Gay and Lesbian Coalition of Kenya. So George Soros is here. He was here as we debated the constitution and he was funding it. He is still here funding this homosexual movements. But here's another funny thing. We don't only have foreign organizations funding these local organizations, we actually have a part of our government, the Kenya National Human Rights Commission, one of the Agenda 4 commissions, and it funds it's a partner of the Gay and Lesbian Coalition of Kenya, and I believe funds some of its activities. But it doesn't stop there. At government bodies and foreign bodies, the Kenya Human Rights Commission, KHRC, I think at a time headed by Makau Mutua, it's also a partner of the Gay and Lesbian Coalition of Kenya. Makau Mutua is seeking the presidency of Kenya. He's thinking about it in 2022. And sometimes we elect these people to office without knowing what their underlying principles on some issues are. For example, we elected Esther Passaris as the county women's representative of Nairobi, but she supports abortion. Did you know that? I didn't know that. If I knew it, perhaps I would have changed my vote. And this is one of the reasons why civil society doesn't get anywhere, because it purports to fight for the people while fighting for some hidden ideals supported by some foreign organizations and then backed by foreign governments. But we also have the church in Kenya. The church funding these activities. The Church World Service. It's an organization of 37 Christian denominations and communions. And it's a partner of the Gay and Lesbian Coalition of Kenya. These are what I call churches for hire. You can hire them when you want to support something culturally. For example, there was a gay pastor saying that why he's looking forward for the repeal of 162. We also have pastors who would come to political meetings and sanitize our politicians. In the same way, we have them in the international sphere, and one of them is the Church World Service. Churches for hire. So that's the Gay and Lesbian Coalition at the national level. They have membership. Who are their members? Besides their partners, we have seen some of their partners, including government bodies and foreign bodies. Who are their members? They have institutional members. One of them is Ishtar MCM. MCM stands for Men Who Have Sex with Men. They have the Minority Women in Action. They have the Gay Kenya Trust. And they also have other organizations. One of them, Transgender Education and Advocacy. What's the purpose of this group? To educate us about transgender, as if we don't know what transgender is. To advocate for their policies. And in Toronto, this education is going so much that they actually have transsexuals reading stories for children, so that children at a young age can learn how to accept transsexuality. And like in Toronto, eventually, when something is so alien to a society, they'll have to use state power to force it. And that's why George Soros funds states and funds organizations to influence states. And they do. So there is the Artists for Recognition and Acceptance, one of their members. There is the Persons Marginalized and Aggrieved, PEMA Kenya. And there's something I'll term it, the beauty of victimization. That when you consider yourself a victim, you don't have to reason about an issue. Nimeonewa, hao watu ni wabaya. That's all you think about. And that's how you defend yourself. You don't have to come up with arguments. You just need to identify an enemy and call yourself aggrieved, call yourself marginalized, and ask for the state to come and support you. So anyway, those are the members of the Gay and Lesbian Coalition of Kenya. So we have seen gay rights in Kenya is an issue at the international level. There are foreign governments and organizations trying to influence us. Gay rights is an issue at the national level. We already have coalitions, and those coalitions, they have partners, and these coalitions have members. In similar ways, we have the National Council of Churches of Kenya. We have the Kenya Episcopal Conference, and this is organizations that are supposed to fight against the advancements of homosexuality, abortion, and other issues. But what are these coalitions focusing on? The Christian ones now. They are focusing on tithe. Tribalism has entered them, and they have become administrative units. They have become symbols of hypocrisy. So now there are other coalitions, and they are fighting as a unit. Let me go to another issue. What about at the individual level? Because you've determined at the international, at the national. What about at the individual level? We may not see them, but they are a sea of individuals, and they voice their opinion in unity. For example, they voiced their opinion on Twitter through the hashtag repeal162. Repeal 162 was a trending topic on Saturday, February 2019. That's on the 23rd of February. For 23 hours. That's according to Trend Anilia Kenya. So they are people. We may not interact with them every day, but they have one voice and they are speaking. Right now they are speaking through social media. And they're trying to repeal 162 that makes homosexuality illegal, a penal offense. They are also trending on February 23rd, 2018. So leave alone 2019, even 2018, they were trending. So perhaps you heard of repeal 162 just the other day, like I did. But they have been here. They have been waiting, and they are not going away. It's like the sheep and the wolf. The wolf lies in wait. The sheep go about their business, and they never know that the wolf is around until the wolf is running after one of them. Like the wolf, they want something, they want it badly, and repeal 162 and this constitution that we have, that is just a start. The question that we must ask ourselves, how many are they? There are no general statistics for the LGBT community in Kenya, but some exist for gays, for the men who have sex with men. The estimated number of gay men in the country is 19,175. In Nairobi County, 11,000 men have sex with men. In Kiambu County, it's 3,635. In Kisumu, it's 1,567. And in Mombasa, it's 1,469. So these are the guys that are there. These are statistics from the National AIDS Control Council. Again, I believe that these are hidden statistics. There are much more to come. As you can see, they are many in terms of the ones that we know about, in terms of the ones who voice their opinion, in terms of the ones who support them. They have a voice and they will not keep quiet. But then we must think of another thing. Is that why their issues matters? Because they have numbers, because they have an organization, because they have support. Is that how we define how issues should matter? Right?